All right, boom, what's going on, guys? We are back, myself, Straight Up D, and of course, the Tracksuit Pundits, or Hala Mala Talavala, Head Movement TV boys. Momo and Brothers are here as well. Last time the video, he didn't make it. We had to delete it after a little bit. But I think a couple thousand did get to see it with the sound issues and all that as well. So hope you enjoyed it, to the ones that did. But we're here to have a little bit of a chat on what's gone on this season and the season ahead. Because as we know, there's no international breaks now for a good couple months. So we're going to get well and truly into the thick of the season. Something like that. I think it is after January anyway. So
thank God.
Thank God, innit? Yeah, none of you enjoy the international break.
Nobody. I've been enjoying it, bro. Like, not for the football. I've not watched that. I've not watched. We won our last game, so it's not as bad. It could be worse, innit? But I've enjoyed. It's been basically 2 weeks. I've zero stress on it. You know, there's no. It's still been blessed. Like I said, I've not even looked. I've literally seen one highlight, the Dan James goal, but I've not seen nothing.
Scott McTominay scored a penalty.
I heard
against Serbia.
Although I don't want to throw salt, but you know when they scored the goal?
Yeah, I know. It was his fault. When he stepped up for that penalty, I was like, brother, please do not miss this. Yeah, do not put shame on us.
Yeah. Jack Grealish has been sensational.
Unfortunately, he's not our player.
I know.
People know, though, I speak about Jack Grealish a lot on this channel. This video ain't about him, but he should be a United player.
It's got to be, man. He has to be.
He's a lot better than people gave him credit for, bro. I think.
I tweeted during the... Who did England play? Was it Belgium? Mm-hmm. I tweeted during that game, Jack Grealish is the best player on the pitch. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe it. Kevin De Bruyne was on the pitch.
Even, and then again...
Lukaku was on the pitch.
I don't think...
Kane was on the pitch. But Grealish was the best player on the pitch.
Didn't he get man of the match against Iceland and he didn't score or assist, bro? That shows how...
I'm sure even he said Foden should have got it. I didn't watch that game, though.
I didn't watch it, to be fair. He probably did say that because he scored twice, but it shows he's getting the respect he should be.
Well, when you say the best player on the pitch, do you mean that he's having the best game? Or
he had the best game and he's the best player.
He's the best player right now.
More footballing ability than anyone else on the pitch.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's better.
More ability than anybody on the pitch. If you put him in Man City, I believe one of if not their best player.
I think he can get there.
Because you got to think, how much better would he be around those players?
Nah, he would be. Yeah, but Kevin De Bruyne has done.
But I feel like Kevin De Bruyne is very one-dimensional in what he does.
Yeah.
He's very good. He's world class. Let's not get it twisted. But what he does is very... I'm going to whip the ball and I'm going to do... Bro, Jack Grealish does things some footballers cannot dream of doing.
Yeah, 100%. He's a different player. 100%. I think they're just completely different players.
No, 100%.
Like, you know, they're very different. But
I don't think De Bruyne has been as good, you know, since City, like, obviously last season. City was dominant for a couple of years, and he was like one of the main points of that. But since it's been a bit...
The defence has been shit for the last couple of years.
Yeah, but I don't think he's been as good.
I don't think they've replaced him.
In the past 18 months, I wouldn't say he's been as good as he was in the 18-month period before that.
But the team hasn't as well.
Yeah, I definitely understand that Paul Pogba situation.
And I think...
you know what I mean?
And I think he's a bit one-dimensional because of the instructions of Pep. So I think, you know, that keep doing that back post, that whip that you run about, and Raheem Sterling's always going to be there. I think Henry said it as well, that when you play under Pep, there's certain things that you have to do. I think De Bruyne can do a lot with the football, more than what he shows.
I don't want to go on about that, but you kind of see that similar traits, not as good, obviously, the football. In Arteta, like when you see Willian run sometimes, he has to stop.
Yeah. This is what I mean.
You know what I mean? Van Gaal used to be like that.
Very disciplined type.
You can't move out of certain areas because look, if you think about it, Van Gaal, Pep, they all come from Cruyff. You get me? Like they're all football. From that. So they're all very similar. Like they've got the foundation of what they do is probably the same, and then they have different bits on top of it. So quite mad.
Fergie was like a bit more free roam, give the players more
a bit expressive
free will to express themselves. I think Fergie, even though we had our set tactics, it was like he encouraged a lot of individual brilliance.
Oh yeah, and I think he gave them, because of his man management was so good as well. He gave them that. I can do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Henry said Pep once took him off for doing a solo and a goal at Barcelona,
and he scored.
Yeah, he scored as well, and he took him off.
That's why Pep didn't go well with Zlatan in it as well. Have you read Zlatan's book?
Now you know.
It's fucking good, man. And when he talks about Pep, he hates it. He hates Pep.
You don't want a man like Zlatan.
Because they brought him there for peas plus Eto'o.
Eto'o, yeah.
Plus Eto'o. Like, it was a bizarre deal. And then they didn't even show Zlatan real love like that. Remember that picture of like Mourinho and Pep and Zlatan on the sidelines?
Yeah.
When Jose was at Inter, that's a sick picture still. And you could tell, even though Zlatan's at Barca with Pep, he'd much rather be with Jose. Moving on from that, because Zlatan, kind of actually probably one of the last true leaders at Manchester United, to be fair, which kind of, it might come up in this video at some point, leadership, because it's been one of the things that a lot of people have spoken about. But let's look at the season so far. Manchester United's form at home hasn't been great at all. No wins in the league. That's the worst thing since the 72, 73. So it's been a long time since Manchester United have had that bad form at home. Away from home, though, the run away from home up until we lost against Istanbul was the best Manchester United away form ever. So it's almost like this just Jekyll and Hyde.
I was exactly going to say, it's like Jekyll and Hyde, isn't it?
What have you made of the season so far, generally? I'll open it up to whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first.
I thought you was going to.
Yeah, honestly, bro, I think it hasn't been great, has it, fam? I think we've had a couple of times where we could have, there was opportunities to capitalise. Even after we had the start, we all know, I don't think anybody would argue, the first 3 or 4 games definitely wasn't great. You know what I mean? It was
performance-wise, I know we got a result against Brighton, but the performances were bad.
But that was like, I don't know how we got the result. It was like 5 times
Trossard.
Work. And Trossard had
the
worst game of his life.
He was just always free.
Yeah. But then hit the bar like 3 times. You know what I mean?
But he took the first man on every time.
Yeah.
He made the space and.
I don't think it was good. It was a good start. We don't think that's debatable. But since
why do you think? Sorry, why do you think that start?
I think you want the truth, fam, because we spoke before, and I think Ali gets a lot of the flack. That's just because I expect more of a Man U manager, should I say? Yeah, right. But the board set us up for this, bro. If we was gonna sign Tellez and Cavani and all of these players, I'm not saying bad signings, bro, but there was a time we could have signed them the whole summer, bro. Why are we waiting till deadline day to get these players in? It's putting the team who already hasn't had a pre-season under unnecessary pressure. And you know yourself, signings lift players, lift morale, give you that confidence to be like
Bruno, the biggest example.
Like example of that. Like look at the change we had since Bruno came in. Like you lift players, lift morale, you know what I mean? And I think the board, the way the whole Sancho saga, it left, I didn't pretty much know a Man U fan that didn't have a sour taste in their mouth over that situation, you know what I mean? So I think how the handling of the summer, think of how we felt after the Leicester game to how we felt at the Crystal Palace game, first game of the season. It was just like chalk and cheese, you know what I mean? It was just like, after the Leicester game, it was like, yeah, Champions League next year, we're going to sign Sancho, you know what I mean? And then it was like, we got to the Palace game and it was like, nah, man. Then we get to the end of the transfer window and we're like, nah, man, like, because even right up until the end, I thought we was going to get Sancho, you know. Like,
but it's not even getting Sancho in it. It's like, we've been talking about Grealish. It's like, you could have went, all right, fuck Sancho, let's get Grealish.
Let's get Grealish.
Or like, you know, just, let's get, who was the other one that was spoken about? Sarr.
Yeah.
Like, I'd respect it, like, to a certain
even
degree.
Dembele was spoken about as well, he seems to have found some form this season as well. You know what I mean? But I just think it was how the whole transfer window, and we have it time and time again at Man United, you know, since like the Fergie left, like we have these things where we get to the Champions League, the managers got there, the players have got there.
Job done.
You need the board to come through now, you know what I mean? And we get like there, and then we just have this anticlimax every time. Like
it's like I'm used to it now.
It's almost like what the board are aiming for, right? Like it's almost like, go on, dude. Sorry.
I don't know. I was as disappointed as everyone here when we didn't get Sancho or Grealish or, like I said, we did
just have a good summer.
Yeah, like in terms of signing, and like not that we need a marquee signing, but a big signing to lift everybody. But I think at the same time, I think from a business perspective, as much as I dislike the Glazers or whatever, like in reality, like no big. Well, Chelsea spent a lot of money, but around Europe and that, no one's really spent no dough. And I think a lot of these,
us, fam.
but they need their need for spend on a squad is a bit different from ours. Like where
we have a massive need.
We have a massive need.
Yeah, I think he means in terms of they're shopping in a different. It's an excuse.
How is their target? How
they don't invest? You know what I'm saying?
No, I know, and we won't win the league if we don't invest.
But that's what I'm saying.
Liverpool will overtake us if we don't invest, bro. That's a big thing, man. That can't. That has to be.
However, this season is very different.
That has to be a crucial time, though. It's very different for Leeds.
Yeah, 100%. However, this season is very different.
This season was more important than last season. Now, man, we can't let them overtake it.
Yeah,
that's important.
But again,
that's part of the Man U brand.
Massively, like you know, like
even business wise,
Yeah, no, so from my I just think they're looking from a business. No one else is investing because it's a dodgy time to invest. Like they were saying, they was expecting other teams to like. I think Ali suggested it where he was suggesting that maybe it's a chance where United can exploit it. However, we couldn't exploit it. You're going back to Dortmund. However, like because of what's happening, no fans and like it's going. And I think they foresaw there was potentially another lockdown.
The spreadsheets don't support that.
There's going to be no fans probably the whole season.
The spreadsheets don't support that because we're making loads of money, fam, and they're not putting that money.
They're making less on a day.
Of course, they're not. They're making less. They're making less, but they're not investing what they should be.
Yeah, but they're making a massive loss.
We can't just start the like this problem didn't start with Corona. This problem didn't start with Corona.
That's true.
And if we're talking business, the brand is really going to get hurt when it's the second biggest club in England. It's really going to get hurt then, fam. Like the next generation of people, the fans and the casuals and the foreigners and everyone else, that people, because they contribute to Man United's brand massively, fam, and it will take the hit, fam. It's going to take this is not the year, bro. This is not the year. Like Leeds have a big importance to put the money in, but so did we, man. Massive, man. Big opportunity. If Liverpool do it, bro, we're fucked.
I think you're kind of looking at it from. I kind of get the angle you're looking at it from, but also from what Momo's saying as well, which is true. If United don't do well this season, and you look around us, Spurs got better, Chelsea got better, Arsenal, you could argue they improved. They all finished below. In fact, they definitely did improve because I forgot about Partey when I was thinking about that. So they all finished below us and they all improved, yeah. You could say we improved as well, but did we improve enough to guarantee
and where we
Champions
needed
League
to
football? And if we don't have that at the end of this season, fuck Corona, the money issues are going to be even worse then because there's going to be less money available.
Sorry, go on.
Okay, for example, with Sancho, because I don't think he's worth 120 million. I don't get what no one says. But if you spend 120 million, does he guarantee you like you go? I don't think he guarantees the league.
He gives us a right winger that we need.
All right.
If it's not that, then what are we? You're going to pay 120 million to finish second.
We paid 80 million for Harry Maguire, fam.
Yeah.
That just about guaranteed us top 4, bro.
We finished third
to that.
But it's not even about not signing Sancho though.
This is what I was going to say. This is going into my point, bro. It's not just about, we didn't get Sancho, bro. It's about having some form of structure to what we're doing. So if we have got please don't take this like I'm against the Van der Beek signing, but we've got Pogba and Fernandes that can already play there, yeah, right. There's other positions that need addressing. There's other positions that kind of need the money in. Now, I'm not saying don't buy him, but address the positions if you're going to buy him as well.
And if money's tight.
Yeah. Then focus on what needs to be brought. A lot of people said we needed a CDM. A lot of people wanted another defender. A lot of people wanted. We never really wanted a CDM. Not people either.
Ollie.
Yeah,
because he mentioned those positions.
Important things. And to build a side, we bought Palestri and
who might be good.
Gary Palestri.
Gary. Is it Diallo or Traore? I don't know.
It's both.
It's both, isn't it? Yeah. Wow, he looks good, but like I say, we made that signing on the last day. Like we shouldn't be in a thing where we're like, all right, we're getting Sancho, right? All right, fine, we don't get him. We should have 2 or 3 other targets ready to go. We had to spend the money. We did. As much as you say it, bro, we needed a right winger. All right. We did.
I can understand that. All right, but if you said then, say, you're not going to get Sancho, so would you sign Sarr now, but then you potentially still got a chance to sign Sancho next year, but if you sign Sarr...
regarding Sancho, I think we had a free hit at him this year. I don't think next year, if he has the season like what he had last year at Dortmund, other clubs are going to be...
But then you could also, bro, potentially go...
Real Madrid,
Barcelona, PSG...
You could also potentially...
Why not? He went to Dortmund. Why would he not go
Madrid
there?
are not signing him. They're looking at Mbappe before anyone. They're not going to sign him.
You could also potentially though. Okay, we don't get a right winger, or you're still bringing Facundo Palistri, yeah. or Gary, and then you go, all right, we'll spend that money because we were probably targeting a DM next year. Let's get him now. Like you can. It's the way you spend the money. I think you've got to look at the way you're spending money, and I think that's massively important. Now we know the transfer window. Does anyone want to add anything? Because I don't want to dwell on the transfer window too long.
It wasn't great.
You think that had an impact on the start to the season as well?
Million percent, which is why, even though when we go more onto Ali, there's some things that I do dislike, but that's not giving him any good chance, really, bro.
Nah.
Do you think it affected the season start?
I think that affected the season massively in terms of, because the main thing for me was it was we kind of had harmony amongst fans, you know, since Bruno. It ain't been as bad, like, you know, like, there's still some moppets and that, like, online and that, but like it was, the mood was quite good, and then I just think like I think the board did fail to capitalize on that and keep the momentum going, and then it kind of crashed. And I think, because again, I think now massively, because how big social media is, I think it does affect the team and stuff, and I think so. I think that it did impact. However, I think there's other things also that is impacted negatively.
So kick us off on those other things. So the transfer window.
Pre-season or a lack of pre-season. Like, you know, if you actually, people get onto like, Ollie needs to, we play vibes and all this nonsense that people talk and all this. Like, when is he actually at a time when he's had all his whole squad there and able to train for 2 weeks or something? It's never happened. Like, literally since he came in, it's never happened. He's never had
last summer he did.
When was all the top players weren't there? Like, there was all like getting slowly phased back, so he never had like his full squad, and was like, boom, here we are. This is what we're gonna do. He's never had the opportunity. And then, like I say, what happens when what happens in the season when we started? Oh, we got international break now, 2 weeks and that. Bro, who's he got there at the training ground now? Training and that. All the players who were just not playing for the international team.
So do you think we've not been playing good football because he's not had enough time?
Since he started, I don't think majority of managers don't have enough time, to be honest.
Yeah, but I think pre-season is a big point.
Yeah, I know, but every other team.
I
hear that every other team.
Everyone's hamstrings are just going in it.
Bayern started off slowly. Real Madrid started off slow. Like, a lot of teams involved in the latter stage of the Champions League. Because if you compare it, like Crystal Palace, on the day we played Sevilla, their pre-season started. So if you just compare and contrast that, that's a massive difference at a professional level when you think of the margins.
Take away the fans, there's no fans, there's no advantage of that.
Go on.
The no fans thing, bro.
You've said that a few times.
Yeah, but it's massive for everybody,
bro. I don't think it's less of an excuse.
I'm not saying it's an excuse, but everything's changed. Like, it's certain, even you tell me,
because we had our best running. I
think at certain times, I think it suits us.
I just think it's different for everybody gets that. It's like saying, you know, the pitch was wet. It was wet for both teams.
It was for both teams.
You know what I mean, though? It's like them things you have to deal with, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it's not. These are untangible things that do impact, man. Like,
but they impact everybody, though.
If someone said to me,
they impact Sheffield United, for example.
Yeah.
But Chris Wilder will still be sacked in December if they're on 1 point.
Yeah, straight up. But at the same time, like, I know, like me, I've been to Old Trafford, and sometimes, like, just the many times I've been there, that's when there's a penalty given, I think, like, bro, I always used to think, like, even now when I go, I think, bro, could you take this? Because I think I can bury from 12 yards in it. But then if you put 75,000 people around me, I'm starting to think, bro, I don't need to slip in that. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
The pressure's different. You get me? So
but that's the same on the other side.
Yeah, but that's why I think why we've done so poor at home. Again, is because people all these other players come to Old Trafford and like, bro, we're in Old Trafford, you get me? Like, and there's no one here, you get me? Like, there's no one here to bully us and that, to make the referee give us these mad decisions and that. There's no, if we're gonna get a penalty today, we're gonna get it, bro, because there's no 75.
That's reaching for it as an excuse, though. That is.
It's not the excuse.
No, I think it's a factor that affects the whole football game. Yeah, but for us not doing well, like, that's something we definitely.
I'm just talking about like, I think. If you're telling me it don't benefit these away teams where they're coming to us and there's no one there, and there's like I say, this is the place where all
the King Power. Look at the King Power. Yo, look at the King Power. How mad that used to get, fam. That place is rocking. They're missing out on it.
Villa. All these guys slapped by Villa. You get me?
Yeah. So it's something that everyone's got to deal with. It's something everyone's got to deal with. I can't have that as. Like, yes, it's definitely
it's impacting. It's influencing.
You see with the pre-season.
I don't think
it's not the reason, but it's a contributing factor.
But you see with the pre-season comments, you gave me an example where it was worse for us than for other teams. Then I'm like, all right, safe on it. Then I'll take that was worse for Man United.
I think the pre-season was definitely the biggest factor out of what Dean said.
You can compare that. This is the same. this is the same, and I can't. Like, we can't. Like Liverpool, Anfield, man.
We just
can't. Anfield and all of these things as well. They've got the same thing.
If your team plays in front of no fans every week, if the league turn around and said, "Oh, we're in a lockdown now, you don't play in front of no one," does it affect them?
It does.
But
If they've never played in front of fans
also
before?
affect the other teams?
Sorry.
Sorry. And then they're told they can't play in front of fans. They'll be like, bro, nothing changes. If you play in front of 75,000 every weekend, then like,
They're playing Prem teams,
At the same time,
they're playing Prem teams, bro.
people could argue that our away form then is false because is helped by the fact that we're
100%.
playing.
There's no one. We're not going to a hostile environment.
But then
So then you're gaining and you're
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. When people
that's the one.
The home form, everyone's banging out the home form. Like, to be honest, to me, before I would place a massive emphasis in terms of home and away. However, now because there's no fans, it's a neutral venue.
That I'll agree with.
Like I said,
the home and away doesn't matter as much. I'll work with that.
But that's not an excuse for the points.
But I can't excuse it for our bad start because every single team in the Premier League has to deal with that, bro. At the moment, it's not like we're the only ones. We've just got our fans banned. You know what I mean? Every team has to deal with that, bro. And I think pre-season, I'll take it in that it was. I still don't feel like we should have been playing as bad as what we.
All right. So if you had a magic wand, and you could just start the league whenever you chose, like like none of these TV contracts impacted, because that's all this really we're doing is like we're sticking to the TV contracts. Like if the league finished in August, when would you start the season? If it was just like if this was you creating the league and it was like the season ended in August, when do we start?
Do you know what I would have done, fam?
September,
do you know what I would have done?
You would not do that.
I would have gave the people a proper pre-season. What's it called? And I would have just scrapped internationals till next year, bro.
Yeah,
because you don't need these international friendlies.
I don't want to get caught up in these intangible things like we know pre-season affected everybody, preparation, getting to know each other. We know fans, home and away, it affects things, but it neutralizes itself as we've found out. All right, so those are things that we didn't have any control over, So looking at United so far, goods and bads, and going forward, what do we need to improve?
Do you know what? Go on, you go.
I think
I was just gonna say I'm just sending it.
How long left, man?
It's on 22.
Wicked.
Yeah. I still think that Ali needs to improve. I think that he's shown at times that he's done very good things, and I think he's shown at times he's done very shit things. And people are Ali in or Ali out, and people find it hard to accept that he could be good some days and shit other days, and you can still support that guy. But there's been too many times where he is, for me, not being able to work out how to beat teams that park the bus or beat teams that even press us as well. It's not even just parking the bus. So he's shown some good games to PSG and how he does against the top teams. But like against Arsenal in the last two games, they've been too poor for me, man. Too poor. We've not been close.
What was it about that game, for example, the Arsenal game, that you didn't like? Or we should have done better?
That they did the same thing they did in the first game. In the last one, I think they win 2-0 when Arteta first come in.
Yeah.
And we were just chasing shadows, and again we was chasing shadows. And I don't think he didn't show anything to me in that game that he could turn that around.
Fam, you know what it is as well? He played the 4-1-2-1-2 against Leipzig, and when I kind of analysed it, Leipzig play with the three centre-backs, the left wing-back, the right wing-back, then everything else is more central, right? So basically, when the left wing-back and the right wing-back are getting forward, you've got a left-back and a right-back to mark that. And then all the other players that are going wide are coming from the centre, so it's easy for the players from the centre to, because it worked against Leipzig, right? It was like, we got to use that against Arsenal. Going back to the thing against Newcastle, some of the players played well, so they deserve to be rewarded, and played against Chelsea. It's two totally different games, and you know what I mean? Them things that they were.
And he swapped Fred's position in that working formation.
He did.
In the formation that
Fred
worked,
from the RCM to the CDM and put McTominay out there. And even when the Gary Neville was like during commentary, he was like, "Well, it don't look like McTominay knows where he's meant to be playing here, because sometimes he's smothering. He's being
hiding behind men and that.
Yeah. Yes. Not just being harsh on him, but obviously we've had a chat before, and we don't agree, bro, like completely about this. But I'm gonna say it as it is. I don't feel like since he's came in, he's got out the deadwood, bro. I think some players that are still there shouldn't be there, bro. Like I've named a couple to you. I don't want to be harsh, but I'm being truthful. I don't think Juan Mata should still be there. I don't think Phil Jones should still be there. I think
but those things are.
I'm going to explain.
Power,
I'm going to explain because after the Newcastle game, you said to me like, "Oh, man said Juan Mata don't offer nothing," and then I explained my point further. If a team presses him, he's in trouble. We played against Bacassia, bad pass from Bruno, but there's no way it should have ended the way it did, bro. It's because he's got no legs, fam. Like being honest, bro, yeah, right. And this is what I said to you after the Newcastle game. I said, you're going to reap what you sow because he's going to play more than, you know, like how man say he can do a job. And I say at that type of money.
He's still got quality, bro.
Sometimes let me finish, right. It's all right saying he's still got quality, fam, but
Michael Carrick probably still got quality.
You know, Scholes probably can still ping a ball 50 yards, bro, but he hasn't got the legs, bro. I don't think if it was another top club, he would be there. I think it goes into the way that we're being run at the moment, bro. And it's like, it probably sounds harsh, bro, but it's the truth, bro. Does he get into the Liverpool squad? No.
I think he does, you know.
Where?
I'd rather have Shaqiri.
I don't want to get caught. I get you in terms of.
Would you rather have
I still think there's big parts of the squad. He's a more natural winger, so he'd probably fit in, to be honest with what we're doing. But I think Juan Mata, I hear what you're saying. But I think
him, he's a nice guy, he's a top pro.
And I think he's a very good player footballer in certain games.
Since Newcastle, what has he offered?
Look, exactly. So that's the thing. You play him in the right games. And I think that's what Ollie got wrong. And you both alluded to the point. It's not Juan Mata's fault. And I do actually think a lot of Deadwood has gone. And even if it hadn't, Ollie can't like, he's shown that he don't want to play these, man. A lot of times. Sevilla game last year showed that. And they're still here. Like, he kind of has to make do with what he's got almost. And I feel like the point we alluded to, and we've spoken about it before, was sometimes he gets caught up in, like, it worked against Leipzig, it'll work against Arsenal. That team played well against Newcastle, so they deserve to start against Chelsea. But Chelsea are better than Newcastle. So Dan James and Mata, or whoever, I can't remember what the 11 was, but it's not going to run in that game. So you've been caught up in, it worked well, so it worked well again. And you've kind of got to analyse the opponent, and you can see that it's... So I think you have a point. Mata wasn't the right player for that game, maybe, but I still think he can be a valuable member of the squad. And if we had improved the squad in the last couple of transfer windows, I also agree that he probably still wouldn't be here, but I don't think he is the problem or a problem.
All right, sorry, I agree. I'm not saying he's the problem, but I mean, like, where Man U, as Man U, at the quality and the standard that I've grown up to see and love. Obviously, we're not at that level, but my standard's still high, bro. And it's not that I've got anything against him, bro, because he's he seems like a good guy, top professional, you know, all of that. But what you just said, if we would have, just before like D got interrupted, I was saying it shows how the club's being run. No, that sounded worse than it should have. No, but like that's what I was saying. It shows how the club's being run, bro. And it's, I don't personally think, and I'm not Ollie. I'm 50-50 at the moment, and the other week I was 70.
That's how everyone's supposed to be, though. You should never be Ollie in or Ollie out.
This is what I'm saying. Just
you get lost you get lost in trying to prove you are right.
That's my point, bro. Because like the truth is now, based on the evidence that I've saw so far this season, I'm not happy. But if Ollie goes and wins 10 games, I'm not. What did I call you? Like a flip flop? Yeah. I'm not. What's it called? I'm just basing it off what I'm seeing, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm not happy. But if like we go on a few game run. Like, you know, I'm still there.
I still think he deserves the time to, because I know we're not here to discuss his future, but it has been a topic of discussion. He deserves the time, right?
He won the Everton game, bro, so it's a bit like...
Yeah, and he's only a few
What are you going to do now? Are you going to say... No, but if we'd have lost to Everton, bro, serious questions had to have been asked. That's why I'm saying he won the Everton game. I'm not saying everything based on that. But if we'd have lost the Everton game, look at where we would have been, bro. And we lost the Bacassia. You know what I mean? Like, serious question had to get asked, bro. But, like, my only thing why it is we go on these runs, bro. We'll go on the 10...
It's the inconsistency.
And then it, you know, it's hard to trust anymore. Don't you think? Like, you understand what I mean? I'm not being...
You never know where... Because one of the things we always say is we feel like we turn the corner.
Yeah.
And it's like it's a cube, you get me? We're just going back around and around and around.
I'm used to it, man.
Go on, you want to make any more points on Dean? You was going to jump in.
You say, what do you want to see? And both of you talk about Ollie. And for me, I just want to see the players to improve, because as much as
But the coach plays a part in that.
Yeah, 100%.
Plays a major part in that.
Yeah, 100%. The manager influences that. However, the players need to up the levels in it. And again, like I say, I understand. From my perspective, pre-season's been impacted. However, I think moving forward now, I think this is where we should start to be coming into our own in terms of. Again, everything will be now about Man United in terms of there is no international breaks, so there is no break in us in the players being together or whatever. So going forward, there ain't really many excuses. But for me, I think a lot of the players need to up the levels in it, and I think again, like we've seen it with what Bruno's done since he came in, just up the levels. Like his performances have been good. I know some people get onto him a bit about certain things he does. However, the output he's putting out has been ridiculous in comparison to our
Is that a couple
players. It's like
stinkers?
other players need to be hitting.
He's allowed.
He's
allowed.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but can we not comment on that though? Like, I'm not.
That's
I'm
what
not,
I mean.
I'm
Like,
not,
I can like a geezer and say
there was a point
Had a bad
where I
game.
felt Pogba
Yeah.
was playing very well. I have to admit now that since the lockdown, we came back, the first lockdown, right? Pogba's had 1 or 2 good games, bro. He's been in pretty much the worst patch
Form of his life.
and I'm a Pogba fan.
No,
so
he's admitted it himself.
Yeah, like
Yes.
but he's been in one of the worst forms I've ever saw him in, bro. And it's okay to call that. Bruno's been very amazing for us, bro. Amazing. But if we see a bad game, it's just okay to say, all right, he had a bad game today. But people like,
and I can still like him a lot and
Come
think
on,
that
man,
his
he's
ball
not
retention.
It always happens. It's been happening from eternity, bruv. I remember when I used to like Berbatov, and man used to get caught up in Tevez or Berbatov, and then it was like fucking Marshall or Rashford.
Yeah,
and it's like,
yeah.
bruv.
yeah.
Oh, you
There
picture
are
side.
boys, but
Yeah,
no
you
one ever.
picture
I don't
side,
remember.
man, yeah.
Like man's going Cole or York. Like,
Yeah,
no, you have to pick now.
yeah.
Like who? He's like, bruv, or Sheringham or something like.
So I was just looking at our next results here.
Fixtures.
What are they?
We got West Brom.
The almanac. I'll be a rich man. I'll be a rich man. It's an almanac. It's in
We
the
got West
almanac.
Brom,
We've got,
Southampton.
West Brom, Southampton away, West Ham, Man City at home, Sheffield United away, Leeds at home. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I used to be able to calculate them points back in the day.
Oh, remember them days? It used to be like, you know what, guaranteed 16 points. You know what I mean? Like,
I used to love a routine 2-0
what,
win.
what do you
Yeah.
expect to see of them
Fucking
next
hell.
6? What would you be considered?
I
be
want to
happy
see
with?
us slap up West Brom.
Yeah,
Slap them
we have
Yeah.
to.
into the ground. And then you say it was City at home.
No, is it Southampton?
Home or away doesn't matter. We have to win
Don't say
that
one
game.
of-
No, but look at our home. I know you're gonna say it doesn't matter, bro. It does matter. If you're on the worst home form ever into December, bruv,
Not every
and
team
December's
does,
round the
yeah.
corner. I know we'll probably beat West Brom, fingers crossed, and it'll be all right. But you need to pick up them. We've dropped 11 points at home. You got to pick
So
up
of
your
the
points
next
at
6
home.
games, what are you happy with out of, say, there's
League
18
games.
points available. That's just the league
I
games.
want.
Really,
I want
it's getting
between
15 points.
15 to 18 points.
You have to be aiming. To me, I don't care who the results come against. Obviously, I'd like to beat City. However, I think we need to be aiming 50. We need to be aiming.
I'd
Obviously,
agree with
really,
that. I'd
so
agree with
the
that.
levels that Liverpool are setting, really, we need to be hitting 18 if we
100%.
looking to, if that's where we're looking to go. But
And the kind of
15
season it
points,
is, if
Now,
you do
if we
that.
take 15, 16 points, I'm happy. You know
Yeah,
what
that's
I
a
mean?
good
Out of
that's
the
a good
next
return,
6
innit?
games. But if we return in 9, 10 points,
Yeah.
I'm a bit like, and I understand you saying the players need to step up, but it's the manager's job to sort
the
that.
players need to
So-
man needs
so-
to give him a break. You get me?
Nah, but
Nah, because if the
Nah,
players do well,
serious.
but if the
Unfortunately,
players do well,
the players, he pays the cost to be the boss.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And if the players do well and kill
the
it-
players can relieve pressure.
Go on.
Man have done it.
but imagine the players do well, he kills it, we win something now, he's going to get the credit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So when
it goes both ways.
he's got to.
Yeah, however, again, but you need man to dig you out of, like, not to say he's in a hole.
Nah,
but
they do need
he
to
needs-
improve,
There's
but-
certain players, like Bruno has, since we signed him,
I think Bruno plays like that for me though.
I'm not
You know,
saying-
like,
yeah, I'm not
it
saying
Bruno
doesn't
don't
take-
need.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
yeah, I hear that, but at the same
Yes.
time, Ali must be
Yes,
looking at
bro.
Bruno and thinking, bro, you've lost, like, you've saved man at times, you get me? You, bro, like,
Yeah,
not one
but
of
you
these
don't always.
you, bro.
Like,
You know what I'm
look at
saying?
that.
Like,
You shouldn't
so, like,
always need saving, bro, as a manager.
Yeah.
Look at
You don't need
you
saving.
mentioned De
Like,
Bruyne.
what are you talking about?
De Bruyne's been digging out Pep for time. Like all these top
Nah,
players.
I wouldn't know if he's been digging
Nah, but there's
out,
many
bro.
games.
He ain't been-
Yo, but there's many
digging him
games
out,
where the
fam.
front foot digging man out themselves, bro.
Yeah.
So you telling me what Salah did? What Salah the last couple of years? He's
Many goals.
You can't say they've been digging their managers out.
No,
when
in
they-
terms of like it's like they're putting them.
They ain't been getting saved by them.
We're saying
bro.
man have been
That's-
digging man out a lot.
We need to pause.
Nah, we need to change the lineup.
But you know, in terms of like they're putting on for their manager. Then you get me? Like they're doing the business.
But
Like,
you've got to, you know what I'm saying? I believe a lot in football. A team is a reflection of their manager.
Always.
And
we're not on about one or two
Jurgen
bad
Klopp,
games here.
Liverpool's team is a reflection of Jurgen Klopp.
100%.
Like, that is him.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got
He got some shit players in there.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
I mean that in a nice way.
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean.
Salah has he's overachieved for what anyone expected. That's all I know. So you're telling me
that's because of the manager.
Yeah, that's because a manager has a system. A manager has a system where he's going to get 10 chances a game.
It wasn't nobody else. It was Salah who did it. You get me? You put the ball in the net. You put the ball on the plate for the
but
you're looking at it very binary, though, man.
No, I'm just saying in terms of him himself. He's had to do it. It's like we need players to be hitting the numbers.
What about Robbo? What about Robert?
Have you watched Maradona in Mexico?
I haven't watched.
Has anyone seen that?
heard,
If you see it, watch it, and look at his team with him and without him, bro. It's all you need to know, bro. When he's not there, bro, they look heartbroken. They can't concentrate. It's like we need Diego around. And I know Diego's a different kind of geezer. You get me? He's a bit of a don over there. Like, but like that's how they were when he wasn't there. They couldn't function. Like what we supposed to do with that? Like the message ain't coming across the same.
And this is a thing as well. Just because I've got something to say about I don't like what I'm seeing, it don't mean I'm Ollie out or I'm anti Ollie.
I think we covered that, though, innit? Because we all need to analyse it.
Nah, but with him saying like just the players. Nah, I've called out Pogba on his bad form. You call out the players when they're playing.
You can't put the ball in the net for Martial. You can't.
Nah, but what he can do, what he can do is put good tactics out there. So when you're on about Salah doing well for Liverpool, it's like you can see Klopp's tactics, like how it works, bro. You saw where he was trying to go.
Take Salah out of that team.
No, but Salah,
another team. So I'm saying,
Salah isn't
that team and put him in the Man Utd team. He don't score the same amount of goals, bro.
But you
but if you put Martial and Rashford in City or Liverpool,
they will score more than they are.
Yes, bro.
Facts.
Yes, bro.
I think
I agree.
Salah gets 10 chances a game. Because of Klopp's.
I used to get vexed when man used to say,
creates a lot of
Sterling's better than Rashford. And really, when you think about it, yeah, he is, isn't it? But
that's on stats.
If he was there, it's like, yo,
I'd agree with that.
Oh man, why did Fergie go? Joe, what's the time on the camera?
I restarted it.
Oh, did you? Amazing. Oh, okay, we need to wrap this up anyway. But okay. So you kind of set it up for the last bit. So you said 6 games, The next 6 league games. What do we want to see? Momo.
18 points. I think 6 is not a lot, man.
Fair, that's fair.
6 is not a lot. 6 is not a lot.
After you've already dropped 11 points.
I'm not asking for an invincible season.
After you've already dropped 11
points.
points.
So many points. 6 games in a row now. Like Liverpool have done it so many times. I've seen Leicester do this.
Would you be happy with 15 to 16 points?
Yeah, he would.
He would. I want 16. I don't
want 5 wins and a draw. Don't do your eyes like that,
man. Well, you asked me what I'm going to be happy with.
I got vexed because we said 1 draw.
Nah, because you know what? If we never got smoked by Arsenal, then 6-1 by Tottenham this season, we'd have money in the bank.
Right.
Like my heartbreak bank's already been taking a pounding. He's already taking a pounding.
He's in his overdraft,
Yeah, man. I need 6 now. We do need 6 wins.
No pressure.
No pressure, but we need it.
We need some sort of run.
I do. I honestly, bro, if we got 16 points out of the next 6 games, bro, I'd be a very happy man. Very happy with the team, bro.
Say his prediction for West Brom as well. Go on.
Prediction West Brom 3-1.
Go on.
4-1.
Answer the first question first. So,
we're coming back to points. 15 points. There's 5 wins.
Yeah, you take an Al in there.
You can't just think you're gonna go in and batter everybody. It's football, isn't it?
But there's an Al coming.
You see how we change it? We're gonna batter now. It's not saying batter, but we just don't want to take an Al, fam. Take a 1-1.
At least give me a 16 points, dude.
Look at what you just said. We got 11 points. So you think you can't just go from that kind of form to we just win 6 on the bounce.
But United, this team does.
We could get beat by West Brom.
Cold like a tank, bruv.
Yeah, but if we get beat by West Brom, who's fault is that, fam? Now at this point,
some big trouble on the horizon if you lose against West Brom.
Oh, bro, don't.
I don't even want to think about that because Southampton after that. Score prediction against West Brom.
Tight game 2-1 United.
Bro,
after the international break,
Sawyers is there and he's a baller and that, but we're beating them 3-4-0.
When did they go back?
Martial's scoring a couple this
when did they go back to
weekend.
training?
He's got some making up to do.
Deschamps was happy with him.
Did they come back to train today or something? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? When would they have come back from the international?
Alex Teller's back as well.
Alex Teller's
I want to see whippers.
Are you looking forward to that?
Whip.
Yeah, cool whip, bro. He's got that cool whip.
He looked very good against PSG. I was disappointed not to see him after, and then obviously we found out.
Them
it was corona,
corners,
But Shaw has been good since Teller's put in that one
broke now
performance.
again,
Woke him up, man.
Shaw's been good since.
He's
But
got
he's
like
fucked now.
2-3 assists, bro.
He's
Oh,
injured,
is he?
yeah, no one.
6 weeks, is it?
Yeah.
Ollie was upset
Hammers
that
is not
game. Did you see
So
it?
is it 4 weeks left now? Because we had 2 weeks.
Yeah. Ollie was proper upset that game, though, innit?
I like to see. I feel like he wanted to do that before the game.
Yeah.
But he left it. Okay, I've won.
Yeah.
So if I come out and say this now,
Yeah.
they can't say it's because I've lost.
It's good to
And
see
it's
a
like,
bit of fire in
I
him,
want to
though,
see
man.
and hopefully the players. It was a shame the players must have flew out after that.
Yeah.
Because you know if you go back in to the camp after that kind of. Bro.
Siege mentality.
Watch Maradona in Mexico, bro. Look at some of the chats that he gives
So-
to them,
so what-
bro. Like, in the dressing room.
What are you happy with in the next 6 games?
I want straight 16 to 18
Yeah.
points. We can't be settling for nothing less. Who did we say the games
It's
are?
only
Okay.
1 point different, man. What you
Let me
doing?
look
But
at
it's
West
like
Ham.
you're just not like you're not allowed because we could lose on. I don't
And
know.
then I'm not happy.
West Brom, and I was thinking,
I'm not
No,
happy.
but you asked the
Yeah.
question.
Until
No,
it's
but the
swam
question
into
is, what would you be happy with? And if
Well,
we
I'm
took a
happy-
loss,
I'm
if
happy
we
with
took a loss-
14 points. Say the truth, and you know what I'm saying. I'm happy with 14 points.
All right, so
Yeah.
listen. West Bromwich
down
Albion.
there.
Win.
not down
We have
there,
to
bro.
win.
Dubs.
We got it right.
Dubs only. Basaksehir here.
Big
Oh,
win.
big
Has to be.
Dubs.
Big Dubs. We lost
We need
against
it. We need it as
Nah,
well.
we
You know, to
need
get the
that,
10
bro.
points.
Denver Ma doing them things.
Yo,
So-
Denver bar on a straight run, don't miss. You know, on that straight run.
Reminded me of that Chelsea
Yeah,
game. Liverpool.
yeah, you know.
Southampton. This is a hard game. Southampton, Man
It's
United.
a hard game, but we need the 3 points, fam.
You need the 3 points in every game. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, yo, these
We're
guys-
Man United, bro.
Yeah.
PSG.
See,
It's gonna say it's an Al or something.
Hey, you was gonna tell me 18 points a minute ago.
League games. Okay. I'll ignore the 2 Champions League games.
games.
West Brom, Southampton. So we've all right.
2
We need
dubs.
2 W's.
West Ham away.
We need a W.
Dubs.
City at home.
Dubs. We have to. We can't
That's
lose.
the one where.
That's the one
No,
where
if
I'll
you
take
draw,
the draw.
I'm not happy.
I'll
If you
take the
draw
draw.
after you've won 3 games.
No, I'm not
could
happy
get
with
beaten in that
losing.
game.
Nah, man, I'm not happy
Obviously, we
with.
could get beat, bro, but I'm not looking at that like
You get beaten, have a decent
Sheffield.
game.
Nah, man, we need
City
to
have been shit,
draw
bro.
at the
Sheffield
least.
after that.
Sheffield
Win.
United.
Win.
We got to win.
Leeds.
Win.
Gotta win.
I'm mad that we can't go to that. Where is
Leeds
that?
at home.
Where
Yeah,
is
that would have been mad.
Old
That would have
Trafford.
been mad.
Old
Yeah.
Trafford.
Nah.
Gotta win.
Listen, we can't lose.
So we start
There's
at 6.
Tottenham,
5.
Tottenham, Arsenal, and
That was Leeds was the 6th.
That's it. So 5 wins and a draw.
You know what I just clocked though? The last game of the season is Man United Liverpool. So if we're allowed back into the ground by then, well, not the last game, but it's one
and
of the
we're
last home
second,
games.
and we need the win to win the title. Hey.
On that note, 21 is coming. Guys, make sure you plug your things. Go on over there. Momo, Halamala, Talavala.
yeah, man. Halamala,
Tracksuit Pundits.
Talavala, Tracksuit Pundits, and obviously Head Movement TV, Head Movement Official, all of that.
Links are in the description below for the YouTube.
Will be in the description below. Yeah, Insta, Twitter.
What you got coming up? Plug what you've done so far on Tracksuit Pundits. If you don't know Tracksuit Pundits, I've been on an episode already.
Yeah.
But these boys are doing a regular podcast on all things. You've even got a couple. You've got Fred's, unfortunately, on there.
Unfortunately,
Arsenal
Fred,
fan. and
Yeah,
all that.
we're not really specific to a specific channel. Obviously, me and Momo are Man United fans. Fred's Arsenal fan. Keem Liverpool fan.
Joe's a villain.
And Joe on the buttons over there is a villain fan.
When we sign Grealish, get him on, yeah?
We broke his heart. We
The
broke his
other
heart.
day, he was trying to say that Grealish didn't even want to go, man.
Bro, look at his old tweets, bro. Look at his old tweets right there.
You know what you're saying, but in his heart, he'd want to like fuck us, bro.
His heart's with us, bro.
With us, bro. Yeah. So we've been doing weekly roundup, weekly podcasts. We got a lot more coming. We got top 10s. We did the midfielder debate the other day. I don't know if you saw it. And
Yeah.
I
Seen some of it. I'm not seen all of it. But Roy Keane was in there.
Yeah, but we was kind of
And Yaya,
yeah, we did. Like, if you watch it, we talk
I
about
watched
him.
the first 10.
Yeah. Now, if you watch it, we bring Yaya into it. We just didn't have a Yaya shirt at the time, so what's good pending that's coming. But greatest midfielder debate of the Premier League era. Just on that note, I don't think you can be in the discussion to be the greatest midfielder in the Premier League if you've never won the Premier League.
Say no more. We all agree on that. Dean, plug the thing.
Straight up, and we're coming back. And
You get
so
me?
Go subscribe.
Bro, the
to that.
lockdown fucked
Mister,
me.
you
yo.
get me over here.
Yeah, go watch the last video.
Oh
Go
shit!
watch
Yeah.
that. And we might have to do a reaction to the comments.
Deep messaged me like, yo, I made a video, yeah, you're gonna upload this. Uploaded it, yeah, bro. My phone would have started. I was thinking, bro, I didn't even know what I was talking about, you get me? So I'm just like, alright, cool, let me upload this, bro.
Yeah.
The mentions were mad. I was thinking, shit.
Yo, go and like that video, please, because the dislikes are killing me.
The ratio
sure you
got
subscribe.
ratioed, bro. But you know what I think it was? Someone's fans
It's all LLF,
came
it's all
over, you get me?
LLF.
Yeah, their fans came over. I don't even know who that is, bro.
I'm the same.
Go and like that.
You know.
So yeah, go check that out. We're gonna have more I want to be in the street speaking to people and all that there, but
Pandemic.
Roma happened, but we'll bring it back. Me and Dean on our own. Make sure you keep it like, comment, share, subscribe to all their channels as well. Peace.